Hakadosh Boker Or Mishna Yomi Masechet Eduyot Perek Daled chapter 4 Mishnah Vav and Zayin Mishnah 6 and 7. This page 88. Mishnah Vav says that we're talking about any type of a food needs to become tameh, needs to be mukhshar. Mukhshar means you have to have one of the seven liquids, right? Which is basically the seven liquids that brings it down here: dew, water, wine, olive oil, blood, milk, and honey. That they have to come in contact with the product, and you have to knowingly, meaning willingly, it has to come in contact with the product. So it says like this: Chavicha zitim gulgalim. When you have a barrel of olives which are pickling, yeah, they're pickling olives. It takes a long time and everything. Bet Shammai says, "Eno tzarich lenakev." You do not need to come and make a hole, right, in the barrel, right, to show that he wants to get rid of the liquid, because it's assumed in any case that he does not want the liquid on the olives. So therefore, even if he does not do anything, the liquid does not prepare it to become tameh. Bet says, no, you have to make a hole in order that all the liquid goes out. Because if not, you want the liquid there. And if you want the liquid there, it could become tameh. Umodim, however, though Bet Hillel agreed to Bet Shammai, but if it did make a hole, but then it got sediment, came and blocked the liquid, for sure it's tahor, because the fact that you made a hole showed that you didn't want it there. It stopped coming out because of the sediment. Fine, but you didn't want it there. Hasach b'shemen tahor. If someone spreads tahor oil on himself, v'ritzma, and then he becomes tameh, and he transmitted tuma to the oil, yarad v'taval, then he goes into the mikveh and he purifies himself. So Bet Shammai, when Bet Shammai comes, he says, Av bishu minatef, even though he's dripping with the oil after he dipped, he's still going to be tahor, right? No matter how much oil is on him. Bet Hillel says, katan. If it's just a small amount of oil remains on him, enough to spread over a limb, right? Then fine. He says it is negligible, right? He says over here in relation to his body. So he says, so therefore, as part of his body and immersion, so therefore it's going to work. But if there's too much in there, so therefore it's still going to become tameh, because there's so much oil that it's still going to become tameh. However, though, if it's going to be shemen tameh from the beginning, Bet Shammai, when Bet Shammai come and they say, katan, right, enough oil to smear a small limb, Bet Hillel mashkev tofeach, it has to be tofeach, right, which means that it has to be enough that, when you do like this, you put your finger on something and then you want to put it something else. Is that tofeach? Is that enough that you're going to make it moist in order to get something else wet? Rabbi Yehuda Omer, mishum Bet Hillel tofeach umatpiach. It's not only just enough moist; it has to be moist to moisten something else. That's why I said, sometimes something's a little bit wet. But when you go like this, that's it. There's hardly anything between your finger and the whatever's left. There's nothing there. But if you go like this and then like this, and you're still able to put it somewhere else, so therefore that's called tofeach umatpiach. Okay, Mishnah Zayin. האישה מתקדשת בדינה ושווה דינר, כדברי בית שמאי. A woman can become married with a dinar and שווה dinar, right? That is according of the opinion of Bet Shammai. Bet Hillel says, and that's how we pass, and everyone knows, בפרוטה ושווה פרוטה, which is a שווה פרוטה, ממש a little coin. It doesn't have a big value, small value. כמה היא פרוטה? אחד משמונה בישראל be 1/8 of an Italian isar. Okay, Bet Shammai come and they say, פוטרו את אשתו בגט ישן, he could divorce his wife with an old get. Meaning, imagine right now, right? He gets upset with his wife. And he says, Freha. Yeah, he wants to get rid of her. So he goes to the Bedin, writes a get, takes it home, and all of a sudden she comes and she makes him this good, how do you call the good soup? Yeah, he makes he makes a good soup. All of a sudden he comes, he eats it, he says, you know what? Okay, he's going to keep her. Yeah, he's going to keep her for another little while. Yeah, until the next time around that she, I don't know what she does. Yeah, she finds the gets. So what happens is, all of a sudden, he comes under the mattress. Yeah. So what happens? All of a sudden, he wants to fight. So he takes out the old get and he gives it to her. So according to Bet Shammai, you could give your divorced wife can give the get in front of Adina. No. The husband can give it for sure. It's even better that the husband gives it. It's better that the husband gives it. We tried lechatchila that the husband should give it. If the husband's not around, or sometimes when they're completely in a fight, so then we go through shaliach. But if not, it's better that the husband gives it. So Bet Hillel says, no, you can't give it with an old get. So what is an old get? If he had yichud with her after writing it. Meaning if he wrote the get, and then he comes, and then he has yichud with her, he secludes himself with her, that's already called the get yashan. It could be the next day. But it's already called the get yashan. And she doesn't know about it. Yeah. This is another one very important. This has happened many times. a divorced wife, and now he sleeps with her in the same inn. Yeah, it doesn't mean that they, just sleeping in the same inn together. So he says, Bet Shammai Omri Bet Shammai says, Ena tzricha mimeno get sheni. You don't need another get. Bet Hillel says you need another get. Matai, when do Bet Hillel say you need another get? He's mentioned the kasha Nusin only if they got divorced from the swin, from the marriage. But if they got divorced from the Rusin, from the engagement, he doesn't need a second get. Why? Because it's not going to be that he's very, very comfortable, right, with her.